is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Angreifer here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I am going to go over King Shark. Now, I will say this, when he first came out, I kind of poo-pooed him, and not in the sense of like, I wouldn't like the tune himself, but in the sense of like, I didn't really see a place for him in the current meta in terms of PvP. I do think he could be really, really good in PvE, like amazingly good in PvE with the right kind of comp. I think he's basically niche, like or not exactly plug and play. Put it this way, if you want to use him, you can find a way to use him, but he's not exactly one of those tunes that's going to be like Castaway Green Arrow or Spectre, where you just drop him in and he makes a difference. He's going to have to be built around slightly, and not even slightly, probably like a lot. So in any case, before we get started, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Raid Shadow Legends videos weekly, and Marvel Future Revolutions videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. And special shout out to Luis Valencia. Hopefully I said your last name right, but he became a Patreon and has sent me his roster. So I'm gonna do a roster advice video on his that's only gonna be released on Patreon. It won't be on YouTube. So thank you. Special shout out to you. Thank you for becoming a Patreon, and I will have that video out this week. It might be today even on the Patreon. If not today, then Friday. So thanks for that. Truly. So in any case, I'm going to go over his kit. I'm going to go over why I put the rings where I did. And then I'm going to go ahead and take him to PvP. But actually, before I get into any of that, I'm going to check out his stats. Someone did say that they like when I do this, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to ignore strength. Agility seems to be right on average. Intelligence is low, which makes him susceptible to special damage attacks. The strength I'm kind of ignoring because I need to find a better reference for it. Speed, he's not the fastest after having played with him for a bit. He's not exactly slow, but he's damn sure not. In fact, I would say his speed is about average. So right now what I'm looking at is 124 speed. Yeah, 124 speed. So wait, then if he's 124 speed, that makes him faster than, was it Stargirl before? He's definitely going to be slower than Red Robin, Castaway Green Arrow, and all of the speedsters. But then that puts him at the higher end of the non-speedster spectrum, right? Just for one reference point, I know the slowest or the slower tunes tend to be Mr. Freeze and Man-Bat. And since Man-Bat is already here based on the filter, I'm going to just check Man-Bat's speed real quick. Yeah, his speed is at 88. And so we're looking at 124 for King Shark. Let's go ahead and go over to, I can't remember who I did that last video on that was like, think it was Stargirl. Let me just check Stargirl real quick. Just to be on the safe side with my assumptions there. Or no, it wasn't Stargirl. It was Stephanie Brown, because I was going over that September review of their kits. So it was not Stargirl, it was Stephanie Brown. What's Stargirl's speed? So she's going to be slower than King Shark. Okay. So, and then, so 124 is actually pretty fast. Like, it doesn't seem like he's much of a joke when it comes to the speed. I mean, he's not the fastest, of course, but not bad. If Red Robin is at 127, if Castaway Green Arrow is at 127, he's at 124. Like, okay, anyway. So now we'll go into his kit. And the reason why speed I'm harping on a little bit too much is because, as all of you guys know, speed is king. However, there's one real king when it comes to that, or three technically, but one who really makes a difference, and that's Black Flash. And Pulse and Wally West have found more uses, but you get my point. All right, so direct hit damage to an enemy and apply 20% additional damage for every bleed on the character. Max 5 bleeds, which puts it back up to 100% additional damage. Apply 2 bleeds on target after damage. Now here's the thing, and maybe it's the comps that I'm going up against, and I'll have to just keep going. I don't see it. He does damage. He does, but he needs to be ramped. He needs those empower strength ups to do significant damage. So here, Damage to a single enemy and apply 5 bleeds that cannot miss, which is actually a really good ability when you're working with those bleed teams and because of what happens in his kit later. Apply 2 bleeds on target after the damage, by the way, for this one. The legendary point here is apply 50% turn meter down on target. The reason why I'm not taking that one until like maybe 4th or even 5th is because the other ones, the applying 2 bleeds on target after damage, because of those empowered strength ups coming into play later, you want to have as many bleeds as possible. Here, stunning on the main target just kind of helps you ignore the taunter. So, damage to all enemies, apply 25% turn meter down to all allies, and then also apply stun on the main target, which is what I was saying before. And then passive ability, every time a teammate deals damage to an enemy, 75% chance for King Shark to use direct hit on a random enemy, which is a great ability actually, especially for PvE. What I've noticed is that he will just, once one character gets taken out, he'll just go take out another one. So it's a pretty good ability. And then the upgrade here, yeah, purge 3 debuffs. Now, if I were going to give you, well, let me read this one first, and I'll give you a legendary order, in my view. 80% chance to gain 4 empowered strength ups every time an enemy bleeds. Also apply a medium overheal on King Shark. That medium overheal helps with the survivability. As you saw, his HP pool isn't the biggest in the world. Like, he's not squishy, but he damn sure isn't tanky. So that medium overheal helps him stay alive. The empowered strength ups, of course, that's why I ring that out, because you need those empowered strength ups. Here I ringed out because I wanted to increase the chance of him doing that direct hit on a random enemy. That's 75% chance is a high percentage chance. It seems like that's her sweet spot number lately. Here, I am tempted to, and I probably will when I have the resources. I'm not really like pushing for it. 30% turn meter down is great. I love anything that manipulates turn meter and brings it down. I'm all for it. On his A2, as you guys know how I feel, I'm not spending 8 blue rings on 5% damage just because, like, blue rings are hard to come by, and it's just 5% damage, so I'm not really adding that in just yet. Now, granted, with all those empowered strength ups, that extra 5% damage becomes a lot more than just like the 5% that it is, but still, I'm not gonna do that too quick, put it that way. Now, as far as a legendary order, the medium overheal, apply stun to main target, and the bleeds after damage. Take those how you want them. I would take the 5 first just to help him with survivability. And then, actually, you know what? I would probably take the 1 first. Just because if he's doing this direct hit out of turn, and then you're applying bleeds and someone takes more bleed damage, then that gives him more empowered strength ups. So scratch that. I would take the 1 first, then I would take the 5, and then I would take the 3. And then when it comes to the last ones, I'm leaning more towards purging 3 debuffs on King Shark. That seems to be very important in the game, despite the fact having all these debuff immunity tunes, all these Terra and Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, who can just be infuriating when it comes to it. Purging 3 debuffs. You have that on Cassandra Cain. You have that on, was it Artemis? You have that on Dove, and it makes him, it's infuriating. It can be infuriating. Although the 50% turn meter down on a target. You know, I'll take the 2, and then I'll take this one last. I'll take the 4 last. It's still a good ability, though. I think it's still a really good ability. So, all that being said, let's try to build around him. Now, there's one team that I've been working on specifically, and part of the problem I'm having is that one of them isn't ringed out the way that she should be. So, I'm going to go into, let's see, this here. Yeah, this is the team that I was working, or not the team, but that was the team I was going against. This is the team that I was working on, except we take out Donna Troy and we put in Siren. Now, all these deep sea villains love to apply bleeds for some reason, and love to gain effects from bleeds. So what happens here is that with Siren, whenever someone takes bleed damage, she gains evasion ups. King Shark, whenever someone takes bleed damage, he gets empowered strength ups. Black Manta turns Mins into bleeds, and then just lays down a bunch of bleeds on his A1. Barda gets a lot of bleeds. And that's kind of like the set that I wanted to go with. I wanted to do like a bleed comp. I used to do bleed comps like a lot. I had like a whole like list of different bleed comps that I could use. Some of them include Black Manta, some include Siren, and. And so bleeds and disease are like my favorite debuffs in the game. Are they the best? No, but are they my favorites? Yes. Second place would go to stun. But so trying to get him to work, me thinking that he's fun, is pretty obvious why. However, it's not working out because I think I'm overloading on the bleeds, to be quite frank with you. I'm going to try this again. We have Cheetah going first. The problem here is going to be that Barda's going to have the taunt up. Cheetah's going to go first. Hopefully strip the taunt, but she probably won't. Then I'm going to have Black Manta with his A3 apply bleeds to everyone, which will probably proc Arcus to kill Black Manta. Then have Siren, I think, goes next to see the Siren. You know, let me just go ahead and show it. Because this team is going to fail. This team is definitely going to fail. But what I was looking for were tunes that were faster than him that would lay down bleeds, AoE bleeds especially. The best one for it so far would be Red Hood. However, I don't want him in lead. I want him off lead. So let's go ahead and do this way. So we go ahead and do that. Oh, we actually were able to get those off. Now the next question is, I don't want to attack Arcus with King Shark. Let's just be real about it, right? So let's go ahead and take out, and now you see that, not a whole lot of damage. Now I'm going to attack Arcus with the A2 from Siren. I'm not sure that'll take him out, but it should. Oh, it took him out. So this might be where I went wrong last time, is that I left Arcus to be taken out by somebody else, and I shouldn't have. So now you have Barda taking bleed damage and power strength ups coming in, Owlman taking bleed damage and power strength ups coming in. Of course, Manta dies thanks to Lex, but to be expected, he does a good amount of damage. And ooh, now here's the other problem with it too. I don't have a taunter. Oh, and by the way, if you check out on the side, Siren has gained a lot of evasion. That's because the bleed damage has been taken. Now, here's the thing. This team always starts out well, but then once one of them falls, it becomes a problem. It becomes a big problem. Like, for example, Manta is there to handle Barda. If he's gone, we are screwed. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this match. So, Siren and King Shark, I think, are going to be a good duo. Like, they both lay down bleeds and they both benefit from enemies taking bleed damage. And when it comes to King Shark as well, I think this will be a big advantage when it comes to Nightmare Campaign. In terms of having fun with it, of course, just put Spectre in and let everything be handled. But if I want to make fun comp, I think he's going to be good in PvE content. I really do. So, I think that the problem I have is that I don't have a taunter, which makes me lean towards having Clayface. So if I can do the no, but here's the other problem then. If I put in Clayface, I'm not going to be able to strip those buffs off of Barda, which leaves Arcus. So, so what do I do? And then if I'm not able to do that, how am I going to, if I take Black Manta out, how am I going to deal with Barda? All right? You guys see what you see? You see what I'm saying? I'm tempted to put Red Hood in place of Black Manta. All right, so as far as leads go, I'm tempted to put Clayface in at lead. Yes, I know he does not have a leadership ability. However, sometimes you can just build a team that does not have leadership abilities. That's fine if it works well. Why not? Let's go. Let's see. And then 2 more matches, and then it'll switch over to the Patreon, the extended version. So then the rest of the video will go towards the Patreon. But yeah, my overall views on him is that he can be fun, at least for me, for the style of play I have, or the style of play that I find to be the most fun, put it that way. He could be a lot of fun. However, trying to get him to work in PvP is going to be a problem, especially since PvP right now, or especially since PvP isn't friendly to bleed and disease and these kinds of long play debuffs. So Barda takes bleed damage. Siren and King Shark benefit from it. Now we're going to go ahead and use, I want to say use the A1. No, you know what? Let's use the A3 from Black Manta. Give her that heal immunity. Turn more of her. Ooh. Dadgummit, he took out. Oi! Oi! Arcus has been mean to me ever since I said that Starfire was better than Arcus. Don't get mad at me because it's the truth. Don't get mad at me because it's the truth. Anyway. All right, so how do I build this team? Black Manta is probably the weak link here. I do really love him against Barda, but for where this team needs to go, he's not going to take us there. I do like Clayface in at Taunter. That is a fair shout. And what I'm tempted to do is put in Superman. One of the things I was also trying to work on with King Shark is a go second team, which is basically let you guys have the speed and I will just be able to withstand whatever you do and then retaliate based on what you do to me. And the go second team usually, or not usually, from what I've kind of seen to this point, a go second team is going to work best with evasion comps. So, and I don't like relying on RNG. I would rather have a beefy go second team. That would be my ideal matchup. But anyway, I will research and work on that later. All right, so go ahead and apply these bleeds to Barda. Let's go and get these power strength ups and evasion ups. We have the agility ups, which will help us in terms of beefiness against Arcus. Of course, nobody's going to get a critical hit because I have Superman now. And once you have Superman, suddenly the defense doesn't know how to hit a critical shot. So let's go ahead and do this. Apply more bleeds. And that AoE bleeds is fantastic from Siren. That means every time somebody takes a turn, King Shark is getting these empowered strength ups. Now let's hope. Now here's the thing though. I don't know how. I'm going to go ahead and try to do this. And at minimum, we should take out Owlman. And I want to see how much health he takes out because he has a lot of empowered strength ups right now. And I was, like right before I made this video, I was worried that he wasn't doing a lot of damage. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Well, of course. Of course. So, some more bleeds. I guess we have to do a first things first situation here, where first things first is we take out Arcus and then let King Shark handle the rest. Ooh. And right now, the way it's built, if she keeps her stunt, if she keeps her taunt, I'm not going to be able to get to Arcus with just Siren. So, what should I do? Put in Spectre? There's an easy solution to everyone's problems. All right, retreat. Retreat, retreat, retreat. So now, what should I do? So we're looking for a mystic option to wreck Arcus. We can't exactly use King Shark to get to Arcus because I don't think he can hit negative affinities that hard. I think I don't know how they did it, but it feels as though negative affinity hitting is not his thing. In fact, I'm tempted to put in Grundy in place of Clayface because Grundy does retaliate. Grundy does retaliate when he gets hit, and maybe Arcus will be dumb enough to hit him hard. And besides, we have Barda, who does not hit hard at all, and then we have Owlman, who's very weak, so I'm not really worried about them taking out the Mystics. In fact, should I go ahead and put Cheetah in as well? Let's try that. I'm gonna have to buy some more PvP energy for the Patreon anyway, so we'll use this last bit. Hopefully we'll take this team out, and then I'll sign off to my YouTubers. So here we go. Let's strip this taunt. Cool. Now, King Shark, I want you to go ahead and apply those bleeds. Of course she does her A2. She never does her A2 first. She always does her A3 first. All right, go ahead. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Okay. Applying more bleeds. Oh, yes, I like that. I like that hit from King Shark. Gotta love that. All right, so let's, the taunt can't be applied because of the debuff or the buff immunity. So the thing is smart money Smart Money is just doing this right now. That's where Smart Money is. Oh, we took out Barda. You love that. You love that. And now we take out Arcus. King Shark just took out Barda. What a way to end the video. Bruh, what a way to end the video. I don't want to, well, let's see. He didn't take out, oh, with his 8? Okay. Well, the bleed damage took care of the rest of it. I thought Arcus was going to retaliate. He didn't. So what a way to end the video for the YouTube viewers. Let's go ahead and put that up and send that on auto. We should be able to complete this easily. So, I like King Shark. I think he's niche. I think you have to work to get him to, I think you have to experiment to get him to work, which makes me kind of excited because this is like the first in a while that I've had where it's like not just, Spectre was easy. Plop him in, he does his thing. You know what I mean? Like Superwoman was easy. Like plop her in, she does her thing. Darkseid, all of it. With King Shark, he has abilities that I want to use, and it's requiring me to go through my roster and try to figure out other ways to get him to work. So I'm liking him. I'm liking him a lot. When I say top of the list of who you need to work on for PvE content, I think he'd be good. For PvP content, unless you just genuinely like King Shark, I genuinely like that style of play, put him on the bench and don't worry about him right now. So in any case, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and to YouTube, bye.